Most people think that spring is the optimal time to house shop, but here in East Tennessee, that actually can put you behind. This time, if you're thinking about moving and you're thinking, I'm just going to wait till after the holidays, if you're ready to make that move, I would start looking now. This is why. No fluff. The leaves have changed, they've dropped, and so you get to see the actual like mildest part of our winter. Our winters aren't that crazy or freezing cold. It does get cold, it does freeze, and it does occasionally snow here in East Tennessee. I'm like at the border of East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. I cover both. So you get to see the roof condition before snow really comes into play, which again is maybe a couple times a year. You get to see, the full spectrum of what the exterior of the home looks like in a mild winter kind of setting. Also, if you're lining up financing and you're thinking, again, I'm going to hit after the holidays, we don't really know what interest rates are going to do. Let's be honest. So if interest rates were to go down, which they may or may not, all the people are going to be jumping in at the same time, which creates demand, and that's what brings houses up. So if you wanted to look now, I think you're in a better position. I know you're in a better position. I'm able to negotiate closing costs, even rate buy downs, which if you don't know what that means, is getting a better rate, thus your monthly payment is lower. A lot more things now than I would be necessarily in the spring when there's more buyers in the market and more competition. So let's just talk about Tennessee for a second. So the inspections can be a little bit different depending on what you're used to. So we have regular inspections. It's not necessarily a repair state, depending again on what you're used to. We have inspections. Then what you do is you're able to look at your inspection report, providing it's written correctly, which trust me, I do. That it's written up that you have a certain amount of days to inspect. And that can be your home inspection, your termite inspection, radon, which is another thing that we run into here, which is a gas that's in the ground. Just something to be aware of. A lot of people get those inspections. Sorry, my dogs are snoring. But we have to kind of know what those are so you know what you're going to have to pay for in the front end to anticipate that January hit the ground running. So taxes. Things to know and be aware of. Tennessee has no state income tax, which is awesome. Virginia does have an income tax, but their other taxes are a little bit lower, so it's something to weigh. Tennessee is a little bit higher price points than Virginia, so it really just depends on what fits your needs and depending on the type of house that you want, whether you want to choose Virginia or Tennessee, or you're open to looking at both. Now, let's talk about if you're relocating. If you're not from here, then we need to figure out where you're going to be staying while you're looking. Are you going to be going back and forth from where you live, or is that like a cross-country thing that no, you need to come buy the house and then you're just going to move here? Well, is it going to be move-in ready? Do you need to have, temporary like an Airbnb situation? I can help with that. But we need to address those situations. Maybe start looking on Airbnb, VRBO to kind of see what the situation is there, depending on your needs. It's important that we have a discussion now so I can start sending you the appropriate properties, because here in East Tennessee, again, Southwest Virginia, it varies. You have like Johnson City, Boones Creek, Jonesboro. Those can be somewhat competitive. There's city versions and there's, more of a country lifestyle in those. Then you have the Bristols and Kingsports and all that's different. Then you have like where I grew up, which is Mountain City, Tennessee, which is a whole different animal. Beautiful, but a little bit more, by itself and rural. So I have to understand, am I sending you the right stuff or am I just throwing listings at you? And that's the last thing I want to do. So a conversation is good so we can prep and hit the ground running in January. So let's talk about if you have a house here in East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, kind of in the Tri-Cities, I sell all over, that you need to sell. But you're like, whoa, I got to get through the holidays. I got family coming in. I have all the things. I get it. I do too. It's good if we can talk and I can come out and see the place. And this is why. We need a to-do list. So you're ready to hit the ground running. And in my professional opinion, it would be great if you could hit the ground running like right after Christmas, that 26th, 27th, when you have some leftovers to fuel your energy, but you're ready to kind of like, okay, I can kind of get back into things. If you can get, some work done then, maybe a contractor in to, do some painting, replace a few deck boards, that gets you a jump start on everybody else, because a lot of people are saying, I'm not even thinking about this until January 2nd. And then you're going to go in with the masses. If you get a jump on things, it'd be the freshest, newest, hottest listing that's buttoned up, cute, decorations are down, you're ahead of the game. So if you're thinking you're going to make the move to East Tennessee or Southwest Virginia early in the year, most buyers prep 60 to 90 days early. So, that's where we are. We're prepping, we're making sure that we have everything in order. Financing is the biggest thing, which I really didn't touch on. Pre-approval is better than pre-qualification. Pre-qualification is, hey, I make $1 trillion every 6 weeks. Pre-approval is you showed them your actual income, which is stronger. If I'm a listing agent, I'm looking for pre-approval, not just pre-qualification. Then if you're a seller, we need to address things that your house needs in order to sell, meaning decluttering, little items that need to be done, big items that need to be done for sure, just to develop a plan. Not to overwhelm you during the holidays. In fact, I've worked with buyers and sellers. My dog's snoring. I've worked with buyers and sellers at this time of the year, and it's so much less stressful. If you can at least plan now, strategize, and we can get a working document or just a conversation started. That way you're not hit with this ton of bricks in January that's going to overwhelm you. So if you're thinking about moving to this area of the Tri-Cities, East Tennessee or Southwest Virginia, feel free to give me a call or a text. My number's listed below.